Ahoy friends, Dory Dan's Small Boat Adventures here. Yeah, so today we're down at the docks on Gloucester Harbor, and I'm going to try and make up a bit of a sort of user manual introductory video to the Alpha Dory. Alright, and what that's going to be is a fairly brief overview of the different parts, and then a quick tutorial on how to rig it for sail and sailing basics. Okay, so starting at the bow, we've got the forestay, the jib, the forestay tensioning line, which is this line here, runs back to a cleat on the seat with the extra line just tucked in there. We got the jib tied down with the head of the jib tied down as well, because we're at the dock here and I've just arrived at the boat. So the forestay tensioning line goes from the bow eye, which is on the inside of the boat, up through the forestay bow eye, up through this eye in the end of the stay, then back down, back through the forestay bow eye, and back to that cleat. So that's how the forestay is tensioned from back at the seat when you're raising the mast. You don't have to crawl around the mast, climb up into the bow and clip in a bow eye, or attach a turnbuckle or something and tighten that. And so tensioning that forestay with this line is what tensions the side stays as well. So if your side stays, if your side stays are slacked, are too loose, if the mast is tilting off to leeward or whatever, then the fix is to tension the forestay, which will in turn tension both of the side stays. These side stays, the shrouds, can be tensioned with this lashing here, but that's not typically the way to do it. The only reason you'd change it with that is if you had wire stretch over months time or whatever, and you wanted to put more rake in the mast when the mast is up. But right now the mast has plenty of rake in it. It looks like we've got maybe 3 degrees, 4 degrees of rake already just sitting here at the level. So that's plenty of rake. You don't want to put any more in it than that. Yeah. So next thing is the halyards, I guess, which are led either side of the mast. Here's the mainsail, the main halyard, and then the jib halyard is on the other side. And those are led down through these little notches in the cleats that are attached to the seat, and then back to these belaying pins. So they the lines run under the seat and back to the pins. And that's how the mainsail is raised and the jib is raised. Then you got the jib sheets, which are led back to a pulley on the rail. This pulley looks like it's slid forward some. Oops. And it's somehow got around the anyway, so back to these pulleys on the seat. I'll retension that line when I get a chance. And yeah, on the main sheet. So then the sheet for the jib runs back to this cleat here, where it can be easily released and slacked to take up tension on the other side. And then so the line then runs under the seat and back to the cleat, so you can actually adjust the sail trim as well. Then we got the mainsail here, and that's, at the moment, it's bundled on the seats. And then oars, you always want to have oars with you. And then back at the stern, we've got the rudder apparatus, and that's just sat on the stern sheets as it comes apart. So in the order that it came apart, it's laid on the seat, and then it'll be put back together in reverse order. Same with the mainsail. The mainsail was the first thing down, unless the jib is up, and that would be the first thing down. But the mainsail, this whole area back here is kind of dependent on what order things happen in. The mainsail was the first thing down, bundled up and stowed, so that'll be the last thing to come out. You'll put the rudder on and the yoke on before you do anything with the mainsail. And that, as long as you do things in the same order that they happened, or the reverse order that they happened when you were putting the boat away, then you'll keep from tangling lines and fouling lines and stuff. If you try to put the sail up first, it's going to be all tangled in the rudder lines and whatnot. So that's not a good way to go. Oh yeah, and of course the center board. The center board's important to the sailing of the vessel, and that operation of that is fairly simple. Just unhitch the line, that's a little safety line that's holding that handle down, and then you tension the bungee and push the board down, and it'll stay down with the bungee tension. Alright, so I think what I'll do is I'll go about getting the boat ready to rig, and as I complete steps, I'll show you what I've done and how I did it. So the first thing I'll do is put the rudder and the yoke together and put that on the boat. So the rudder was the last thing off the boat, off the stern, so it's the first thing on. You can see there's some light lines here. We want to get those so that they go on either side of the gudgeons and pintles. These two light lines are the lifting lines for the rudder, and they'll keep you from dropping the rudder overboard and having it float away on you while you're putting the rudder on and off. So they're a great little addition. And then the thing that you don't want to drop overboard is the pin here. You can use two hands to guide it on, it's that much better. Second one in. Okay, so I got two in on the rudder. Now I got two in on the hull. So now rudder is captured on the hull. Okay, I got one of the lifting lines on the wrong side, which is, I'm going to straighten it out just for the sake of doing it right on the video. There we go. Alright, so the pin is in two eyes on the rudder and 2 eyes on the boat, and you've got this lifting line, like I was saying, which will lift the rudder and lower the rudder.